Hello, everybody, and welcome to Late Night Football. I've got a little bit of a smile only because I have to, because quite frankly, it's a difficult game to look at, and I mean it's finished United 3, Everton 3, and the title you'll see it says Bruno robbed, and it's not robbed that the team were robbed. There was nothing wrong with any of the goals that Everton scored. Is robbed because he scored such a great goal that deserved to win the game, that deserved to be on the winning side, and as it happens, there's a bunch of players in the back line who just don't who just don't can't do it, who can't do it for United. So I mean, let's go back to the last goal because I think we have to still process it. I'm still processing it. We're going to start with that last goal. It wasn't an offside. First of all, I mean, this is what I've been saying. I've been saying this for so long. I don't know who's teaching United game management because they absolutely have no clue how to manage games. There was a game earlier as well. I think it was I'm not sure. Maybe it was I think it was Aston Villa where they were 2-1 up in the last 5 minutes and they're trying to get to 3-1 for whatever reason. They just keep trying to get to 3-1. And again, here it happened where Wan-Bissaka, he has the ball. All he has to do is pick it up, go to the corner. Try to just get to the corner. That's all you got to do. You're at the last throws of the game. Just try and get to the corner. Just try and get to the corner. There's got to be a player. Cavani is, I think, on the wings for because I think they switched Greenwood out. So Cavani has got to be on the wing. He's got to be the man to receive it. Again, Cavani is trying to make a goal scoring one. I do not know why he's trying to make a goal scoring one. Um, no idea what's going on there. He loses the ball. It comes back. A lot of people will blame Tuanzebe, but I think what Tuanzebe did was basically stop any kind of counter attack, which is absolutely what he was supposed to do. So he takes one for the team. It's fine. That's totally fine. The initial fault is with Wan-Bissaka for giving the ball away. And then the free kick comes in. Again, I don't know what anybody's doing. Maguire, I thought he had a shocking second. I thought he was very bad second. I wouldn't say shocking, but I thought he was very bad. He was at fault for the first goal. Again, he's got to go and win the ball. He doesn't. Lindelof doesn't. It's Luke Shaw who's trying to jump it. There's no offside there. And Dominic Calvert-Lewin goes in and scores a goal. It's pretty much a tap in at that point. So it finishes 3-3. United. I mean, it's difficult to say. I don't think United played badly. I think I think those front six players actually played very well. I mean, or seven if you want to count Pogba in there, Pogba and Fred. I think all the front seven, have no reason should not be on the losing side. Those seven players who played, they played extremely well. You cannot fault any one of them. They did a really good job today. Everton came out with a game plan. It was basically a diamond 4-1-2-1-2, and I think they gambled probably correctly that like Lucia and Wan-Bissaka are not so good offensively. So even if there's going to be a 2-on-1 on their defense, it doesn't really matter because those two don't provide much offensive threat. But with having two strikers up top, what they had was basically they could go man mark the two defenders, and they had two pacey players who could outrun their central defenders. And that game plan actually worked to a T because the first goal, the first two goals that Everton scored, both came from that strategy, basically of putting the ball over the top or running through the defenders, knowing that the defenders are too slow to catch up once the strikers get that head of speed. And that's how the first goal came about. Calvert-Lewin pretty much took out Harry Maguire of the game. Again, first goal, Harry Maguire, I don't know what he's doing. He should be going to cut off the line. He doesn't. He just lets it run. De Gea should be doing better on that save. He doesn't, and the goal goes in. Same thing that second goal. So their strategy was actually right. But what United figured out in the first half was even though they had that ball at the top, as long as they could use that width and put in crosses because as long Rashford and Greenwood had the freedom of the wide areas, they could actually take their time, put their crosses in, put passes in, and so they had because they knew they had that 2-on-1 advantage. So they were doing that. That's how the first United goal came basically across that Cavani scored. I thought there was a wonderful header from Cavani. I think he shows why he needs to start as a striker in this case. And I don't think Martial makes that run. I don't think Rashford makes that run. It's a beautiful goal that he scored. I mean, the second goal, Bruno Fernandes, I was just stunning and special. No goalkeeper in the world saving that, but I thought it was a fantastic goal. And then there was a warning shot right at the end of the first half when Calvert-Lewin should have scored and he missed the target. But it was a warning shot that United should have seen and they should have done something. It's interesting how United it's like almost an identity crisis with United where sometimes they'll go and park the bus and other times they'll try to get goals. It again the two goals that Everton scored 2 in 3 minutes was basically just the same tactic that they repeated. And after that, United again became defensively secure. They once again, it was almost as if as long as they had the initiative, they were good. But once they had to see the initiative, they were very quick to see the initiative as well to Everton. So I don't know what was going on. 2-2. McTominay scores with a header that I think the goalkeeper should have better on, but it was a good header from McTominay. He did well to win. I mean, it's no mean feat to win a header against all those Everton, giants that they've got in there, the likes of Calvert-Lewin and Michael Keane and all the other players there that they've got, really tall players and very good headers of the ball as well that they've got. So to win the ball and then put it in, I think it was beautiful. And then from there, once you get to the last 5 minutes, it's just a matter of seeing out the game. But time and time again, we've seen United, they, for some reason, they just don't like to do it. They don't like to do it. They don't want to do it. I don't know what the case is. They try to go for the fourth goal. I do not know why. Particularly that whole passage of play towards the end, it's frustrating because it was the last minute of the game. I don't know what Wan-Bissaka was thinking, what Cavani is thinking. I mean, Cavani is an experienced player. He should know that you're not supposed to make goal scoring runs. You don't need to make that run, because if the ball doesn't get to you, it's a problem. So just make a run towards the wing, basically towards the corner. Basically just run it to the corner and just see the game out. But I don't know what was going through their minds. And the free kick, there's nothing much you can say about it. It was poor defending all around. So it's 2 points dropped. It is 2 points dropped. And I mean, if there was any hope that City could have lost, I mean, the title race in all practicality is over now. But if there was a small chance, maybe if United won today and if Liverpool won tomorrow, maybe United could have caught up with City. But I think now it's pretty much dead in the water. This 2 points dropped. It also means City will probably win tomorrow, and then even if they don't at this point, they've lost that chance, and they've given City the option of not having to win the game. And what it now does is, if Liverpool win the game, they get back into that top two race or top four race. They're now going to make up points on United, so they're going to look at it from that perspective. So I thought it was a missed opportunity. I think it's a poor performance. Defensively, I think front six or front seven, because there were 7 players who played in those 6 positions. I think they did really well, all of them. I think the back 5, Luke Shaw probably is the only one who I think comes out of it with any. I mean, Wan-Bissaka and Luke Shaw didn't have a bad game, to be honest. But Wan-Bissaka made that error towards the end, which leads to the goal. Luke Shaw probably should have done better on both counts, on the 2 goals, that was the first and the third goal. I could have, you make a case, but I thought he was okay. I think the 2 centre halves, so we've said it so often, Maguire and Lindelof just doesn't work as a pairing. It doesn't work. It's too predictable. It's too easy for teams to figure out what to do. It just doesn't work. But the problem is the alternatives just aren't there. Baye keeps getting injured every time he tries to get a run. Tuanzebe, for some reason, he's got the tools, but he just can't seem to put it together. He doesn't get enough games to. In my opinion, I think he needs 2 or 3 games successively to see if he can make it. The problem is, at the position United are in right now, they can't really do those experimentations. So he's never going to get the run of games that he needs to prove himself as a top level centre half, or prove that he's not up to it. I think he has the tools. I think for now he's just struggling to put it all together. He doesn't get enough time anyway in games to put it all together. But that's just what it is. I mean, it's just those 2 defenders just doesn't work. But I mean, for some reason, the board doesn't want to spend money on a centre half. They could have bought one in January. They didn't. They'll probably buy one in the summer, but by then, who knows what's going to happen? They might be very well not have Champions League football. So what kind of players are going to attract? So I mean, and I hope that this now puts an end to any talk of United winning the title or United being in a title race. They're not. They never were. In my opinion, they were in a title race, but without ever realistically, having a chance of winning the title. It's like how Tottenham finished second when Chelsea finished first a few years ago, how Tottenham finished third when Leicester were first. Realistically, that they're not going to be able to catch up, but you kind of just want to, it's marketing. You want to tell people, oh, it's a title race. It's not. And I don't think it was, but if there ever was, I think it's over now. And I think United can now start to look at where they are in terms of top 4. And if you look at it from that perspective, it'll be interesting to see if Chelsea win tomorrow. If Spurs Spurs probably out of it, but if Chelsea win tomorrow and if Liverpool win tomorrow, then United are going to have to start looking over their shoulders and start thinking about where they're going to be, because they've got some very tough games coming up. To be honest, they've still got to play City away, they've still got to play Chelsea away, they've still got to play Liverpool at home. They have to play Spurs away as well. I mean, that's in context of right now, it's probably not as tough as it would be, but Spurs is always a tough game for United for some reason. So they've got big games to come, which they will probably drop points in. So you've got to start looking at where are they going to finish and what they're able to do. But I mean, that it's just disappointing. It's a disappointing result because the way United played offensively, they deserve to win that game. It's just 3 players, isn't it? At the end of the day, that 3 errors basically, probably 3 players. You probably put Lindelof, Maguire, and De Gea as culprits for having cost them that game, because I mean that's just what it is. But it is what it is. That's why United are where they are. That's why they have been where they have been for the last 8 years. It's just something that people it's just something that you get used to once you're there, but it's the hope that kills you. Right? It's the hope that kills you. So if you're looking at the title, don't think that this is some kind of thing about VAR or referees. I mean, it's not nothing of that. There was nothing of that. It's a wonderful goal that Bruno scored. That second goal, probably one of the goals of the season. The way he basically was like a nonchalant dummy at first that he does, and it goes to Wan-Bissaka, and it comes back. And I think he was trying to find someone. He's like, I have no one. Screw it. I'm just going to try to take a shot, and it goes in. A wonderful goal. It's a wonderful class goal, and it deserved to be a winning goal. At least it deserved to be a goal for the winning team. That goal deserved to win the game, to win a game, and it didn't. It's just a draw. So I think that's just the frustrating part. But I mean, that is what it is. Anyway, thank you for watching. Please smash a like if you enjoyed this video. And I mean, I can't ask you to smash a like for the result unless you're an Everton fan watching this. Do smash a like if you enjoyed that game and if you enjoyed Dominic Calvert-Lewin's last minute goal. And comment. Just send me your comments. I mean, one word is fine too, and I've got a lot of words, all one words that I put on there. I mean, if you can see my hair is a little bit off as well because I just scratching my head out of it. But let me know what you thought, and please do subscribe to the channel if you're new. Really would appreciate your support. I mean, United's offense and getting the support today, but at least you can support me. Then I can keep producing these videos, and we do want to do a few more coming up. We'll probably do the match reaction for tomorrow's Liverpool Manchester City game as well. So please do subscribe, and I really appreciate that. Thank you so much, and have a good day or night, whatever time watching this. I mean, my Saturday is gone, but I hope that tomorrow will be better for you and for all the United fans. But take care. Bye bye.